Is liking exercise a good reason to become a personal trainer? Stay tuned. This is a video for aspiring personal trainers or new trainers that just got into the industry and are struggling to find their footing. My name is Tyler Valencia, and I have been in the fitness industry for roughly 18 years. And in this video, I found a Reddit thread, which is something that I do pretty often. I go through Reddit to try to see what people are searching for, what are topics, questions that can help other trainers out there. So we're going to examine one of the most popular threads in the last few years and provide some advice to help those people in those same shoes start to figure it out, start to get those things clicking. So how did I find this thread labeled "Liking exercise is not a good reason to become a personal trainer"? Well, first I went to Reddit personal training, then I sorted them by all time and then top. And then I scrolled through the top posts that weren't images, videos, or memes. And then I found this post by Zach Hack 22. In my opinion, this is as real as it gets when you are entering the fitness industry as a personal trainer. In the beginning, he mentions that he is a fitness manager, and then he goes through a variety of things that you are going to expect and relates them to how liking exercise is not a good reason to become a personal trainer. Now, before we get to the first statement, I do want to put out there that this profession, being a personal trainer, it can be fun. It can be lucrative if you understand the realities of being a personal trainer and if you can develop those skill sets early. I've created a handful of videos pretty recently about realities. Is it worth it to be a personal trainer? And I don't want to keep hammering that same nail that this is bad, this is hard. What I want you to understand is that you have to really do your own personal growth development when you become a personal trainer and understand that it is going to be a grind. So getting all these things developed, growing is really going to help your career so that you can get to those stages. Let's now get to the first one. Statement number one, you should not quit your job because you like lifting and want to be in the gym all day. If you were looking for a free gym membership, yep, you can check that box, you got that. But if you want to make this into a career, it takes a lot more. First, that's a very true statement. And when you first enter the industry, it's a lot of grind. It's a lot of early morning sessions when people are available before work, and then rolling back into the gym at night when people are off work.
You're working weird hours. You're working when people aren't working. So people like always say, oh, the work is so flexible and this and that. And maybe to some extent, yes, like you can to some extent pick your hours, but also not really, right? People train with you when they're not working. So you are almost certainly going to be working morning or afternoon hours or both.
This will become more apparent as we go through this video, but the advice that I'm going to start this one with is to consider part-time training or consider avenues outside of personal training. The piece of advice that I've made different podcast episodes on, different blog posts on, is to consider group fitness. I know that there's going to be some people watching this thinking, well, that's not for me. I don't know how to teach group fitness. Or maybe you're stuck in that old mindset that group exercise is just for women or that it's jazzercise, 90s based exercise. No, there is a format out there for everybody. What do you think HIIT bootcamp are? I don't teach choreographed exercises, and I can teach group exercise all day. If you are somebody that needs to get the ball rolling and you're thinking about how do I get more money in my pocket early, group fitness. Not only is this an opportunity to get paid at a higher rate, so you're going to have a group exercise rate if you're working inside a gym, but you're meeting more members. You have an opportunity to meet and talk with members that are coming to classes weekly. And then once you are doing personal training consultations and you're walking around the facility, you don't think it's going to look great when members are saying, "Hey, hi, great classes. I can't wait to see you." Those are triggers that in the potential client's mind, they're thinking, "Ooh, I'm working with somebody that's popular. Oh, this is established trainer." And they're not thinking this is somebody new. I'm afraid that they're going to hurt me with this program. Second statement, the issue is 98% of your clients hate it. They check a box. Their doctor told them they had to. Many were not athletic growing up, and exercising is a trigger for a lot of people. The reality of people that are purchasing gym memberships and that are signing up for personal training is that they don't want to be there. Gym utilization, so check-in rate, is one of those things that's a small percentage of the overall population of the people that sign up for a gym. That is one thing that gyms are constantly trying to work out. How do they improve the community? How do they get people utilizing the gym? Because then it spreads to other areas. As a personal trainer, you're trying to get now a even smaller percentage of the people that are actually coming to the gym. This is where interpersonal skills really play a role. If you can develop a relationship with that individual that's sitting across for you or that is working with you in a session, it's really going to go a long way. With them not wanting to be there, most likely there are barriers that are in place that you are trying to break down. And now you're trying to also sell them on a personal training package. So using interpersonal skills, soft skills, active listening, communication really goes a long way. These are things that you want to develop early and make sure that you fine-tune them throughout your career as a personal trainer. A quick break in this video. If you are needing CEUs, make sure that you head to the link that's in the description where you can find all our online courses that have pre-approvals with NASM, ISSA, ACE, AFA, NCSF, and with Nesta. We of course offer free content on our YouTube channel, but if you're needing professional ed, with some of them even having the full amount to recertify, make sure you head to that link. And now let's get back to the video.
We are the deviated side of normal because we do enjoy movement. We do enjoy being uncomfortable during movement. And so with teaching young professionals that they are not normal and they have to work with clients who they want to work out because they've engaged your services, but everything in their brain is saying, I need to go do the laundry instead of meet my trainer, and so that gets frustrating for the professional because they aren't understanding or they don't have the empathy to meet the client where they're at.
Statement number 3, your clients probably won't be your age, realistically closer to your parents or your grandparents. With this one, there's been some content lately in the KIPS podcast revolving around active agers or senior fitness, working with this demographic as a personal trainer. What I really have been trying to hammer home with this is that this is a clientele that has the money, they have the time. So why would you not want to work with that demographic? If you were thinking, oh, I'm going to be working 9 to 5 as a personal trainer, it's going to be great. No, think again.
So I say you have to start looking at who are your absolute best clients, and you need to go get more of them. And a lot of times, almost every time, what happens is people come back and, my really best clients are women in their 50s and 60s because they're consistent, they will pay, and they don't have to come at 5 a.m., right? In fact, they want to come at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., right? And I'm like, exactly, bingo. You want to go after boomer women. They're the most powerful consumer right now in the United States. They have the most spending power, and they know what they want.
The initial grind of being a personal trainer is difficult, and in most situations, it is a 4 to 6 month long process to get from zero to full time. If you haven't realized that sales is a big part of this profession, you need to get on it yesterday. With sales, you need to also get out of your mind that it is tacky, that it is something that is looked down upon. People know these days that when they are going in for a consultation or a meeting with the personal trainer, that there is a pitch and that there is a cost associated with personal training. So put that aside now so that when you can start to develop your own system of a consultation and how you're going to be pitching and presenting your personal training packages, that you feel comfortable, that it feels natural, and it's not something that you feel bad about.
And people hear the word sales and they think it's a dirty word or you're trying to take money from someone. Reframe that. Sales is just a value proposition. Hey, you need help here. Here's the value and here's the help that I can provide. And that's really what sales comes down to. As it relates to training, I would say the biggest things that people need to learn, and again, this isn't really taught in the certification courses, is have a schematic of your training program. So for instance, my training program, like I focus on movements. So squat, hinge, lunge or step up, push, pull, press. Okay. Those are the things that I really want to make sure people can do. So what do they need in order to do that? They need mobility, especially things like overhead pressing. For hinging, they need open hip flexors and good awareness. So the biggest take home would be, how do you build those up?
You've started to understand that sales is an important part of this profession. Now, how do you get more leads? If you're trying to depend on your fitness manager, it's not going to work. You have to set up pathways to generate leads for yourself within the facility. What is that? What am I talking about? If you've ever gone to the gym and there's a sign and a trainer standing next to it, and they're trying to give away consultations, maybe they're trying to set up a weekend workshop, those are lead generation ideas. You need to think of your own. How are you going to get people to put their name, their contact information on a list so that you can call them and then they can come in and you can present them with a consultation experience?
Okay, well, what other ways can we distribute this? Is there an email database? Is there an online platform for the facility that we can market it? Is there any internal marketing that we can do? Text broadcast? Can we reach out to segments of the inactive audience? Because there may very well be people who are inactive. Obviously, the gym wants them to be active. So say, hey, would you be interested in coming in and meeting with this trainer, this coach for 2 free sessions on us to, alleviate back pain, or, he works specifically with people 50 and over, or whatever it is. And, if we can find some sort of alignment where this is good for the gym, like, hey, it's going to make the gym stickier. It's going to create better retention. It's going to pull some of those people who are at risk, right? They're not coming in, pull them back into the facility and let them derive some value from the facility. Like, those are the best places to start, in my opinion.
Once you get to full-time, 6 to 8 clients per day, ask most trainers, your own workouts become secondary. This was a tough one for me to process because it's very real. If you are stacking up your sessions back to back to back, the last thing that you often want to do is stay and work out. You're thinking, I just want to get home. I just want to take my shoes off and I just want to relax. You've emptied your tank in terms of all your energy into each session. Your brain is fried and you just want to relax. Now, a very debated topic is, should a personal trainer look a certain way? That is not what this video is about. But what I do want to talk about is creating positive habits. If you are going through that same struggle of figuring out when you're going to be working out, fitting things in your schedule as it's shifting around, moving hours around, those are things that you can talk with your clients about. If they are having that same problem where they can't think in their schedule, oh, I need to pick up the kids, or I have work during this time, I'm not sure about this with my schedule. Now you have a real conversation to be able to connect with them on. If you are going through positive behavior change at the same time, these are experiences that you can share and really connect on. To do this job, you have to genuinely love helping people. You have to have patience and empathy. You have to be able to talk about things that aren't yourself. You have to be a teacher first. You're in a service industry and you rely on your clients to pay your bills. The key piece of this statement to really hammer home is that this is a service industry. You are offering an experience, and customer service is a big part of that. All the pieces that go into setting up a consultation or organizing your sessions need to be thought about and strategically organized with your own presentation. How did you call your client? How was your voicemail that you left? Was it professional? Did you leave your phone number? Did you leave an email address? Did you say how you can contact them back? All those little pieces I just mentioned for one little piece of a consultation, you need to apply that to every single piece. This is a service that you are offering as a personal trainer, and how you appear is very important. If you are considering leaving your job to become a personal trainer and you watch this video and you're thinking, okay, these realities, they're tough, they're hard, understand that you can make it as a personal trainer, and that this video is about understanding the realities to hit the ground and start that process of getting experience. If you are an experienced personal trainer and you watch this video and you said, yep, all makes sense, please put in the comments something that maybe I missed, that I didn't really go over, or that you think is important for new personal trainers. This is about helping those entering the industry and hopefully decreasing the yearly turnover rate as a personal trainer. Thanks for watching this video. If you made it this far, make sure that you like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.